Alright, for number 1, they want you to write this polynomial in standard form, identify the degree and leading coefficient. So we look for the highest degree. In this case it's the 9 x to the 9th, so that one goes first. So we wrote that one down. Then negative 23 x to the 7th, and then negative 6x cubed, then 2x squared, plus 10. So this is the polynomial in standard form. The degree is 9, and the leading coefficient, I'll just put LC for leading coefficient, is 1. Okay, because that's the coefficient right here in front of the x. Okay, for number 2, we're adding, so we look for the highest degree, the largest degree. In this case it's 8, so it's here and here. Combine those two, so that gives you 89. And then the next highest would be the square. So I've got here and here. So that would be 21 minus 42, that would be negative 21x squared. Then there's 1x, and then there's the negative 6 and the positive 3, so that gives you minus 3. Okay, so for number 3, the highest degree is 12, so I have this minus 121 and this minus 68. So, oh no, wait, that's not 12, sorry. That's squared, so let me take that back. Okay, so the only 12th power is negative 121. Okay, the next highest is 9th power, so that would be this one and this one. So x to the 9th minus x to the 9th cancels out. Okay, so there's no 9th power in the answer. The next one after that is x to the 7th, so that's this one right here and this one right here. Again, they cancel out, so there's no x to the 7th in the answer. After that, it's x squared. So I've got this one, this one here, and this one here. So negative 68 plus 3, that gives you negative 65. Okay, and then there is an x, 15x. Okay, and that takes care of all the terms. So here's the answer. Okay, on number 4, the largest degree is 5, and there's only one of them. It's right here, 7x to the 5th. The next one down is 4th, and again there's only one of them, so it's right here. So it's negative 10x to the 4th. There's no third, there's squared, there's a couple of squared. So there's that one here and that one here. So negative x minus 18 is negative 19. There's no x, but then there are two constants, 16 and 5, so that's 21. So there's the answer. Okay, for number 5, the highest degree is 2. So I've got this one and this one, so that's 21 minus 3, so that's 18x squared. There are two x's, this one and this one, so you've got 9x. And then the constants 1 minus 1 cancel out. So there's your answer right here. Okay, so in 6 we're adding 3 polynomials. So the highest degree here is x cubed, and there's only one of them, so we just bring it down. The next one down would be x squared, so there's this one, and this one. So negative 8 minus 1 is negative 9, plus 19 is 10, so 10x squared. Then we'll do the x's, and there is this one here and this one here, so they cancel out, 7x minus x, so that's gone. And so the only thing left are the constants, so 64, 3, and negative 2. So 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 plus 64 is 65. So there it is. Okay, for number 6, we have the highest degree is 4, fourth degree. So I've got one here, and they cancel out. Okay, so there's no fourth degree in the answer. Then third degree. So there's this one, and this one. So I've got negative 7 plus 2, that's minus 5. And then minus 5 again, so that's negative 10. Squares, there are no squares, and x, there are 2 x's. There's this one here and this one here, but they cancel each other out, so there's no x in the final answer. And then constants, I've got the 2 here, the minus 3 here, and the 1 here, so that's negative 1 plus 1, that cancels out. So this is your final answer. Okay, so the largest degree here is 4, so I have one here and one here, and they cancel each other out, so no fourth degree in the answer. The next one up is cubed, third power. There's this one here, and this one here. So then I've got negative 7 minus, or plus 2, that gives you negative 5, and then negative 5 is negative 10. No x squares. Alright, I apologize for that. I had already done 7, but when I switched the page, I accidentally copied the same problem. For number 8 on, for the next few problems, we're subtracting. So remember, we bring down the first polynomial exactly as you see it. No changes. The second polynomial has to be, we have to distribute this negative to each term. So what happens is all the signs change. Okay, so now the highest degree here is 5. So I'm going to put 23, and there's only one of them. There's no fourth degree. There's a third degree right here, so that's 9. Then there's only one of them. There's no square. I've got an x right here and here, so that's negative 3x. And then constants right here, so that's plus 6. So there's the answer. Okay, another subtraction, so we're going to bring down the first polynomial exactly as you see it. No changes there because there's no coefficient in front of the parentheses, no number. Okay, now this is a different story. After this negative will change all the signs right here to the opposite, so that negative 10 becomes positive. Negative 8x minus 23. Okay, minus 23. So now we're going to combine like terms. The highest degree here is 4, so we're going to put 68. And there's only one of them, so that's why we just bring it down. Then there are 2 cubes here and here, so that's 17. No squares. There are 2 x's here and here, so it's minus 22x. And then there's a constant here and a constant here, so that leaves us with negative 22. So there's the answer. Okay, so number 10 is subtracting again, so we're just copying down 57x to the 18th minus x squared, and then we're going to change the signs of every term in this polynomial because of that negative right there. So it's negative 6x plus 71x to the third minus 5x squared minus 2. Okay, so now we're going to get the highest degree, which is 18, so there's only one of them, so it's 57x to the 18th. The next one down would be cubed, and again there's only one of them, so it's plus 71x cubed. X squares, there are 2 of them, this one and this one. Negative x and negative 5 is negative 6x squared, and there's only one x, and there's only one constant. So there's the answer for number 10. Okay, so same as the previous couple problems, 9x minus 12x cubed, and we're going to change the signs of the polynomial after the negative. Okay. The highest degree is 3, and there are 2 of them, this one and this one, so that gives, when you combine that, you get negative 17x cubed. And there's no x squared, but there are 2 x's, 9 minus 7, that's plus 2x, and there's only one constant, which you just bring down. So there's the answer. Okay, for number 12, the first polynomial stays as is. The second polynomial, this one right here, we're going to change the signs because of that negative. And the third one, the same thing, we're going to change the signs because of that negative. So minus 11 minus 13x squared plus x to the 4th minus 10x squared minus x to the 4th. So the highest degree here is 5, and there's only one of them, this one right here. So we just bring it down. Then we have 4th, there's this one and this one, but they cancel each other out. Then the next one after that is squared, there's this one and this one, so that's negative 23x squared. And then we have these 2 constants right here that gives us negative 20, and there's your answer. Okay, so for number 13, I'm going to change the signs of this polynomial because of that negative, but this polynomial is going to stay the same because this is a plus, just like this one. So let me bring them down, get rid of the parentheses. So 10x squared minus x plus 4 minus 5x minus 7 plus 6x minus 11. So the highest degree here is 2, a quadratic, so there's only one of them. So just bring it down. Then we've got the negative x, the minus 5x, and the positive 6x, so they cancel out because the first two give you negative 6x plus 6x, that's 0. And so now we're going to look at the constants for negative 7 and 11, negative 11. So that's going to give you negative 3, 4 minus 7 is negative 3, minus 11 is negative 14. So there's the answer right there. Okay, so for number 14, they gave you the dimensions of the rectangle, and they ask you for the perimeter when x is 5 feet. So first of all, let's go ahead and get the perimeter in terms of x. So we know that this side is also x, and this side is 5x cubed plus 4 minus x squared, right? Because opposite sides are congruent, have the same measure. So let's go ahead and add, the highest degree here is 3, so then that means I have 10x cubed. The next one down is x squared, so I've got negative 2x squared. Then on the sides I've got 2x, x right here, and x right here, so that's 2x. And then for constants I've got 8. Okay. So after that, we're going to replace so this would be the perimeter right here in terms of x. But they tell you that x is 5 feet. So you're going to substitute the 5. So this is, let's see, 125 times 10. So that's 1,250. 25 times 2 is 50, plus 10 plus 8. Okay, so that's going to be 1,218 feet. Alright, for 15, I'm going to first, since they tell you that x is 21 inches because that is the length, okay, length of x, and then they say the length is 21 inches. So I'm going to replace the x with 21. So the perimeter would be 6 times 21 to the third plus 9 times 21 squared minus 10 times 21 plus 5. So 21 cubed